Hello, hi everyone. It's Jaya here from Epicenter Healing. Welcome back to our channel. I actually just again had to re-record because Julio started barking, but it's absolutely fine. I always think these things happen for a reason. So I am starting the video again. So today's video is going to be about anchoring 5D into 3D. So 3D meaning the world that we live in, this physical construction, and pulling in energies of love for your well-being primarily, but your well-being, your internal well-being will offshoot onto another person's well-being, and in turn their better well-being will come back to you, and that's the cycle. That's how it works. Yada yada yada. Everyone's putting more love onto one another through their words, their actions, their presence, their contributions, and their giving and receiving. So these are our like greater forms of love. Now, if you're watching this video and you are rushed off your feet, you're at work. I've worked very hard in my life. I talk about it in my videos, how hard I've worked. And you're rushed off your feet and you're thinking, I'm stuck. I was stuck myself for many years. So I know how you feel. And I also know how you feel if you're thinking, well, I can't just get up and do what I love. How am I going to just get up and do what I love? I've got children, or I've got to pay the bills and all these other things. So that's why I feel really compelled to do this video, in order to help you in a sort of spiritual transition to putting more love into your life. Because chances are, if you're on this video today, with me, listening to me, you're also mirroring me, which means that you will be able to use some of the tools that resonate with you today and implement it into your job or into a part of your life in order to make your heart space better when you are there. So if you're not enjoying your job, and after hearing this next point, you start to anchor more love into the job in different ways, it will help you to spiritually endure until you get to the next chapter of your life. And that's what we do here at Epicenter Healing. Everything we do is designed to help you shift into the next part of your life that you want to get to, be it with a new relationship, be it with a better relationship with yourself, be it with weight loss, be it with career, money, family. We touch on everything important to the human being, and we discuss everything to do with making humanity better here on this channel and making you better. Anything that will help you heal at the root in a particular area and help you shift. So anyway, that's what we do. And if you want to book a session with us, you can do it at www.epicenterhealing.com. Otherwise, feel free to take a look through the rest of the videos on our channel. You can also purchase courses now on the website, and we've ensured to keep all our costs low because we are also an educational channel, and that's I mean, we've studied a lot, Mukesh and I, in many different settings, in formal settings, more informal settings with practitioners, with energy healers, etc., etc. And myself, business people, so I'm from a business family as well. So yes, you can purchase those courses. So yeah, being in that space where you are in a job, you love working because you've cultivated your disciplines. So I was there, I'd cultivated my disciplines to work. Many of the people I knew were also really hard workers, and I'm sure you are too. But you're in a space where it's like you get to work, and this might sound extreme, but it's like you're dying inside. Like, not a physical death, but like your soul is showing you that it's constricting. Like, because your body is wanting to expand, you are wanting to grow. And I know that because you're watching this video, and I understand the energy laws and how we come across certain things. Or you might just be bored and thought, oh, that video looks okay. While you're cleaning the table or something. But anyway, yeah, so I want you to imagine that you are going to be anchoring love into this space that you are currently in your job. So I want you to imagine that you are in this job and you are not stuck, that you're choosing to be there for some very good reasons at this current time, and that the unhappiness is temporary. And I want you to imagine a dart coming from up above, from the 5D realm, like, you know, like maybe not even a dart, like a spear that the gods, Greek gods threw or something like that. A spear dropping from the 5D realm, landing right beside you, or on your table, or behind you if you like to feel supported. And this spear is full of love. And like we said in the beginning of the video, romantic love, friendship, giving and receiving, kindness, leaning on one another, emotional support, whatever's in our capacity. Anything, even just a smile, it doesn't really matter. But what you're doing here is you are making the space that you're sat in better. So even though your mind is saying I'm stuck, other parts of your consciousness are growing. As you all know, if you watch my channel and you watch my videos, I talk a lot about soul work and soul light. And that's been a massive part of my journey, to be honest. It's been a massive chapter about growing soul light. And I'm sure it will continue to be. But that's what you will be doing. And you will only be doing this maybe for a temporary amount of time. Because I want you to start anchoring love here. And if you really want to move, start talking to yourself. I'm going to move, but for now, I'm going to increase the 5D vibration wherever I'm at. Whatever life I touch, I'm going to leave a good presence, a good thought, even if that life is not having a good time at the moment. That's something that I have really focused on through most of my life, but I was unconscious of it. So as I was walking through my life in the past, I was not conscious, like I knew who I was, but I was not conscious of exactly what I was. And there were certain ways that people would respond to me, and there were certain ways that I just was, like set personality traits. And a lot of it is tied into the 5D realm. It's something that I found out later, at 27 onwards. So the 5D realm makes life better. The love realm enhances every part of your life. It's a myth when people think the 5D energy is just spiritual energy. It's not. It's a physical energy too. It's a word. It's a touch on the shoulder. It's a kiss. It's a cuddle. It's everything else. It's a presence. Sometimes when people just feel like they are in a loving space, be it because they're listening to a beautiful song, be it because they've watched something beautiful, or they have contributed something of a loving nature. This makes the 5D love energy grow within you, around you, and the people that you're saying it to. Everything matters. And there's been some conflicting research about this metaphysical realm, and some people believe in it and some people do not believe in it. I do believe in metaphysics, and I believe in it because of my background in science. So I believe that if there's matter and there's space in between, and if the space in between was the metaphysical realm, then the space itself is still something. And if the space is something, then that space could also hold 5D or love or energy, because the space is in existence. It's not just nothing. So that's where you get the whole thoughts become things and those ideologies. And I've had requests about doing the manifestation videos, but I have a slightly different angle on manifestation videos. So I will be doing them with my thought process, because I have a very strong belief system on that. So this 5D anchoring with the spear in your workplace that you don't want to be at, you're anchoring. You're cultivating yourself and you are cultivating others, because the other is also you. Again, in your capacity. If somebody is abusive, anything like that, you move away. You can actually take a look at my video about boundaries, the top tips to protect your boundaries, and There's another video on mastering being an empath. That's a really popular video, very, very, very helpful video with what I just said. That if you are in a space of, it's essentially you'll be like fearful if you've got something or someone near you which you know, I can't add anything to this to make it better. It happens sometimes. So what you will do is you'll move away or you'll go into more protective mechanisms. So those videos will help you. So you're anchoring the 5D, let's say 90% of the time. Let's give 10% for error where you just can't do it for whatever reason. It's just not meant to take place. And that's also an energy thing, why sometimes we actually physically can't do something. And then what you're doing is you're increasing your light and increasing the light of the space that you are working in. So if you are doing that, you've made that space better until you get to the next chapter and make the shift. Okay, so that's the one where you can anchor 5D into your workplace if you're looking to move. And then point 2, anchoring 5D into your relationship. So people often talk to me about love lost and things like that. So from a biological perspective, when people get together in relationships, it's because of lust or hormones, which is fine really, because we are physical beings. But then people who are on like a more soulmate journey or have done a lot more spiritual work, they can assess more than just the physical rooted attraction. They can feel mental attraction. They can feel emotional attraction. That person's going to carry my emotions. They can feel a spiritual attraction. They can feel so much more. And that's a different ball game, because I suppose those people, because they're working on themselves and they're increasing their awareness and knowledge, they're able to add more love again and again into the relationship. But what if you're not somebody who's growing like that because you're so busy doing so many other important things? So there's some ways that you can increase your love. And the first way that you can do it is if you just understand that no matter where anybody is at, hear me out, because I know you're going to be like, yeah, but you don't know what they're like. But imagine that everybody is doing the best that they can, even if you think otherwise. So I mentioned this in my last video as well, that everybody is always doing the best that they can. Because that's what's happening. That's what's coming out their mouth. That's what's coming from their eyes. That's what's coming from their behavior. So it must be the best that they can. What you're seeing in them is potential, or you're seeing a past version. But what you can do, instead of focusing on that, just focus on what can I add in from a 5D perspective to make this situation better? Because it's much better to be with one partner. If there's no abuse taking place or anything like that, to reignite your love and your flame, it's much better to be with one partner. And the reason for that, again, is scientific. I'll skim over it, but at the safest level and at the most survival level, human beings are monogamous. Now, I understand that other people have views on this and they decide to live in a different manner, and that's totally fine. That's your choice. But I'm just talking for people who have been in long-term relationships, then it's 2 people. So it's monogamous. Just for the sake of the very rooted biology of humans, they tend to feel safer with just 2 partners. So adding more love here, there's just so many things you can do. You know, like how people talk about date night, they do date nights, and that's great because they're introducing new factors to ignite another emotion. So yes, you can do that. But you can also do very subtle things which don't cost any money. They don't mean you have to go to any big course. You can do things like reading a certain book, or taking tips, say from here, of like actually telling yourself, I'm going to set aside 30 minutes to properly listen to my partner. Even if you only have that 30-minute space once every 2 days, say, where you're really listening to them. where it's all about them. They can say anything about the towel colour, about anything, the dirty dish you left, whatever they say. But the purpose of it is to make your partner feel heard, man and woman. So it's not gender specific. This is for both genders.